How are you going? Have you ever looked at our life as multidimensional and we're living in a simulated reality? Look at this picture. Does it make you think now of your life as this way and how we're living? If we are programmed one way and dumbed down to only see what we are told to see, your mind will only see this. So think about it. Why do we go to kindy, school, college, universities? Is to learn a certain way only. You are pressured by competing to strive to get that A+. And if your brain did not think this way, you would receive the C- or D or worse, especially if you didn't connect with a teacher. You were then labelled and condemned, but not only by your teacher, but your peers around you. Then that good old report got sent home, and then you would receive that look from your parents. Then the system would make your parents come and meet the teacher. So your parents were then told what was wrong with you, which escalate you in this perpetual spiral into the wormhole that society was creating for you. Look at even the sports in the school. Now everyone has a turn to win, as you don't want good old Joey to miss out. Society is creating utter misfits, and the parents are programmed themselves. There is no hope for so many, as they too went through the same programming and their parents as well. When you know what you know, it stands out like a sore thumb. The system is designed for you to fail. Full stop. If you manage to strive for yourself in that system, you become even more programmed. So you would obey to the ruling, as it is so much easier to control you. For the more gifted individuals, you rebelled, as you could not fit into this molding. Your mind would wander off and wanted to be elsewhere. You did not resonate to the brainwashing they were designed to carry out. You were born with a gift and you can't be shut down. Never, period. So remember this. There needs to be a wonderful teachings of support with creativity ability to be nurtured, so the individual can be supported by giving the support to these individuals, as they are our next Einsteins, as they see outside the square, while the others stay in the realms of what they are taught, because realistically all the technology has already been designed. Being dumbed down to forget them. The individuals within themselves, within the gift, are only tapping back into the DNA of what was. And they're just bringing it back through. But they can't have everybody remembering, so you're dumbed down. And then the gifted ones will bring through the information at the right time. Just imagine if every child was given that opportunity to be unschooled and given the opportunity all around the world, the world would be a better place. The technologies would be channeled through, would be mind-blowing. I look back at my schooling and how I ended up breaking free from the system, as I ended up being a target from my teachers which at the time I did not understand, as I wanted to learn. And I was getting the straight A's. And would you believe, I was such a quiet individual, more like a nerd. I ended up rebelling, and I now know why, as it's helped me on my journey today. I'm proving my own worth out there as I wanted to achieve, and I wanted to prove a point. I didn't need university, as I couldn't stand to think in a limited way. And even the buildings scared me, as they felt so evil. I just couldn't place myself there. I didn't like the control, and it's like they've put the university on a tomb or a vortex of pure evil. I can't be in that space. It's incredible. I proved that when I was in my early 20s. I hit top sales in the lower North Island with the wonderful salary of $160,000 at the time, 31 years ago. I used my creator side of myself and my belief system as I put myself on a course of how to work with controlling your thoughts to create your own reality. Well, I would just imagine that I did not need to make cold calls, as I did not like making people buy something of mine to create an income. To me, that was greed. So instead, I would sing a song in the morning while I would drive to work. I think you may know, I think it was the Helen Reddy. I am woman, I am invincible. I would sing this to myself, and I would empower myself. And I would sit at my desk and visualize people that wanted to buy from me to call my phone, for me to sell them the product, as it was the latest gadget at the time, mobile phones, when they first entered into New Zealand. I could still remember it today. What was fascinating is that women didn't want phones. It was the men. And, you know, they were horrendous price phones. They were $4,000, I think it was, up to $6,000. The good old brick. And yeah, it was amazing. Something I'll never forget in that time. I can still see the endless people coming through the walls wanting to purchase from me. My phone went non-stop, and even my sales boss pulled me aside and asked, how was I smashing out my targets? So we keep raising them higher than the men in the team. I always looked and wanted to prove that I could do whatever the target was set, and I'd always smash it out. Maybe like the last 10 minutes or whatever, but I always managed to achieve the results, the targets that he put out for me. He got so pissed off in the end, as I was on commission only, and our mortgage at the time was 18% interest rate. So I had to bring in the income to survive. Well, I proved it to myself. When you put your mind to something, you can achieve anything. That salary was incredible at the time, and especially all those many years ago. And I achieved it by just believing in myself, and did not do it for greed, as I really looked after my clients. So I continued this. I just visualized the clients. I would sit at my desk and I would visualize the clients coming in. And yeah, I didn't put it out there. If you didn't want one, you wouldn't seek me out. But if you wanted, you would. So I continued this through to my kids. I helped them find what they were good at and to pull it in with their special ability within them of their knowing. So visualize this. What I'm wanting you to do is look at your life right now. See if you can look at your life as a big simulation video playing out. Then go and pull out the plug out of the wall right now. How would that look to you? Think about it. Everything falls apart and crumbles. That is a fantastic thing, is then you get to recreate your world, your new world. Not what the simulation is playing out. You get to design it. You step out of the matrix as you are disconnected. So take a minute and really think about it. Now I want you to take some time and focus on what's the most important thing right now in your life. What would you want to change? If I gave you 10 million with no strings attached, how would you change up your life? And what would you do right now? Bingo. That is your answer. You are just needing to see what your heart wants, what you are programmed to be because of having to survive in this world because of debt. So what I'm saying here is take stock of what your heart desires. Because most of us forget, because they've got so much noise out there rolling out, and we've forgotten what's the most important thing that we need to be resonating on. The love of life, the love of our family and our friends, because so many people have chosen to separate themselves from you right now. They've chosen to live the simulation that is rolling out. They've perpetuated in front of you. Most of the people that you know are rolling out and living in this lie. This unrealistic life out there. But when you take stock of knowing this is not what you wish to resonate on any longer, you have found the heartbeat of the calling of Mother Earth. You are resonating to something so much bigger within yourself. The calling, the knowing. Listen to her or him. Because it's now your time to step up and bring in that divine calling for yourself. When you do this, it is so powerful, because that simulation no longer holds. That simulation dissolves. You are not part of that. You are part of the outside, bringing in that light. So that simulation stops. Pull the plug out. Even when I'm just saying this, one of the military helicopters is just flying over me. And that is confirmation, because we've got the good guys. They're stepping in. But you don't know till you feel it. And until you feel it, how can you step out of that simulated role, that movie that is being forced upon you. So fear, the anxiety to keep running to get in this. Because realistically, so many have followed the constant bombardment of getting it because you will die. My whole family, we have never been so healthy in our life because we chose to boost our immune. We chose to stand. We chose to become stronger because everybody around us is getting sick and very sick, and it's so sad. So we are here to help stand because the stuff in that juice we know is not good. It has dumbed them down. And even if you have taken it, find this inside you, because that will override whatever is in your body. You can heal yourself with your knowing. So stand strong in your light, because this is coming to an end and it will be revealed out. The programming, we're pulling out the plug. So the reveals will start coming through, because no more of this program can roll out if we stand in the light and stop it. So for the next 3 weeks, we've already gone through a week already. It's going to be tough because there's so many emotions have been pulled up and people are having to go through, because your DNA is awakening to whom you are. The sun is brighter. The seed within inside you is coming up to fruition. So it's time. It's time to really connect within yourself. Go and touch the ground in Mother Earth and allow the frequency to awaken your DNA more. Get out wherever you can see sun. Allow that energy to come through, because one thing I want you to recognize, I know my land is, I've gone for the walk out there and I have never, ever, ever seen so many new seedlings that have come through, and it's the new trees. I have never seen it. The clay that is on here, you can put a tree in there. It takes 3 years to even take hold, and it just survives. That's all it's done. I went for a walk the other week and I was spellbound. I have got seedlings everywhere. It's incredible. My trees are just like, it's like boom. So life is changing. The energy out there is changing. It is in front of you. So recognize it. Get outside. The energy is all there for the taking. So I'm going to leave this with you and totally bring in this light, because this is there for you. And recharge your whole mind, body and soul. We have got this. We are standing strong in our light and keep bringing it through. I love you. Thank you for listening, and like and share, because I found this fascinating. The energy on this channel goes further afield on the vibration of you just holding and the knowing when you resonate to this. So share it with your heart and your mind and your body and your soul. So thank you. Amen. Till next time.